Today we're going to be showing you how to install your new Lucky Trucker seal. We'll be showing you how to install your new seal on both swinging doors and saloon doors. This demonstration has been made with half-inch gaps between the trailer and the door to show the effectiveness of the seal. Let's take a look at all the tools you'll need. You'll need a compact driver for welded or harder metal, a miter box, a saw, tin snips, a pressure bar, a knife or other cutting tool, markers, and measuring tape. Your Lucky Trucker seal kit will come with the seal itself, metal bandings, dowels, screws, drivers, drill bits, and glue. For swing-up doors, the first step to installing your new Lucky Trucker seal is to close and lock all doors and hinges on your rig. Now take your corner pieces of the seal and look at the back side. Take your knife or cutting tool of choice and trim off the plastic welding on the back side and the edge of the corner seal. When finished, set your corner pieces inside the door as tightly as possible. Take your measuring tape and measure between the two ends of the corner seals to get the precise measurement of the center seal needed to effectively seal the door of your rig. Your measurement will vary from this tutorial, but the measurement for this application is 57.5 inches. Add 1/4 inch to your measurement so the center seal will be given extra pressure on both sides. The final measurement for this tutorial will be 57 3/4 inches. Measure between the corners again, this time from the top of the seam of the corner pieces. This measurement will be used as the length of the metal banding that will need to be cut. For this application, we measure 66 1/8 inches. Make sure to double check all of your measurements to ensure that you're cutting the exact amount of product for your needs. Now take your first measurement, which is the measurement of the centerpiece of your seal, mark your cuts, and cut the centerpiece with a miter box and saw. When you're finished cutting your centerpiece, take the dowel provided in the kit and cut it into 2-inch pieces. Now you're ready to place your centerpiece and apply it to your rig. Perforate your pieces of doweling with a knife and insert them into the corner pieces as shown. Make sure to hold the knife in the perforations to keep the dowel from being pushed into the other side. Then insert your centerpiece into the corners. Make sure to apply lateral pressure against your seal and the walls of your doors as you're inserting the corners into your centerpiece. Now your seal should be pushing up nice and snug against your rig. Now take your second measurement, which is the measurement for the metal banding, and mark your cuts on the metal banding with a marker. Trace a 45-degree outward angle on the metal banding. The shorter ends will be your original measurement. Then take your tin snips and cut your pieces along the 45-degree outward angle. Now it's time to apply your metal banding to the seal. Set the banding along the edge of the seams of the corner seals and set your first screws. Be sure to keep lateral pressure between the seal and the rig to keep it nice and tight. Don't tighten your screws all the way to begin with. Work your way around the banding so that the seal will sit evenly against the bed and the wall of your door. Watch out for supports and beams on the outside of the door that can bend and break your screws. Mark your rig accordingly so that you can plan ahead and prevent any complications with extra beams. We use blue tape for this purpose. After working your way around the metal banding and setting in all the screws, tighten them as needed. Now your centerpiece is set and in place. Now it's time to place your vertical seal in the rig. Measure from the top of the corner piece to about 1 inch below the top of the door. If there's an edge block, cut your piece about 1/2 inch below the block so you may apply your end cap to the end of the seal. For this tutorial, our measurement comes at around 15 3/4 inches, so we'll cut our seal at around 15.5 so we can place our end caps. Mark and cut your seal accordingly, making sure to double check your measurements. Then perforate your dowels holding the knife in the perforation and insert them into your corner pieces. And insert your seal against the wall of your rig vertically. Now measure from the seam of the corner piece to the top of the seal to get the length of your metal banding. For this tutorial, we get a measurement of about 19 inches, but we're going to cut our banding at 18 3/4 so the top of the banding won't stick out and cut someone in the future. Only cut the bottom of the banding at an outward 45-degree angle and cut the top of the banding at a right angle. Set your screws accordingly, making sure to apply lateral pressure against the wall of the door to ensure that your seal will lay flat against it. Also check for supports before applying your screws. Repeat these instructions for the other side of the rig. Make sure to measure for the length of the seal and the metal bandings as you may come out with different measurements. If you're using 45-degree corner pieces, cut a small strip of banding accordingly and drill the banding into the seal. Simply trace the angle of the existing corner piece. When you're finished applying and tightening your screws to your banding, apply the glue provided in your kit to the end caps and place your end caps into the holes on the edge of your vertical seals. Now go to the front of the door of your rig and grind off the ends of all the protruding screws. Once you're finished grinding, smooth out the walls and apply DOT tape along the screws to cover the affected walls and make the outside of your rig look nice and smooth. Congratulations, you've successfully installed your new Lucky Trucker seal to your rig. For saloon doors, you'll be using 4 corner pieces total for the application of your Lucky Trucker seal. We'll be applying the seal to the inner door first. Line up your corner pieces, 2 total, tightly against the corners of the door. Take your middle corner piece and place the bulb of the seal over the edge of the inner door. Measure the distance between the inside edges of the corners of the inner door. Be sure to add 1/4 inch to the measurement of the center seal to create pressure against the doors and the corners. Double check your measurements, cut your dowels to 2 inches, cut your centerpiece, perforate your dowels, holding the knife in the perforations, and insert them into the bottom corners, and apply your center seal as shown. Then measure the corner from the top of the seam to get the measurement of your metal banding. Double check your measurements and cut your bandings outwardly at 45-degree angles. Then place your banding at the top of the seal and screw your bandings in accordingly, being sure to apply pressure against the door and the seal. Measure, cut, and apply your sidewalls accordingly. Then measure, cut, and attach your side bandings accordingly. Now you've finished applying your Lucky Trucker seal to your first door. You know that you've applied your seal correctly when the seal hangs over the edge of the inner door. That way, the second seal will come against the inner seal and make it nice and snug. For the second door, tightly place your corners against the seal applied on the first door. Follow and repeat the same procedure as before, and you're done. Congratulations! You've applied your Lucky Trucker seal, and it will continue to give you years of great service.